Thank you for joining me today. We've got a great guest to provide some good insights on the marketplace, and that'll be coming up in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to show you this new report, and this shows you the number of new listings per month from Realtor.com. And what you are seeing here, or visualizing on this chart, is that the inventory growth is dramatically lower this year than it's been since any year except last year. Last year, we did see fairly similar inventory growth to what we see this year, but we are still dramatically lower than 2019, 2020, 2021, even back to 2017, 2018, okay, and 2022. So we are seeing much lower inventory growth as we continue to see the lock-in effect. Sellers do not want to sell their properties, and that's the situation we have. Nothing really new here, but this is different than what we usually talk about on the show. We usually talk about the overall aggregate inventory, which stands at about half of normal right now, but this shows you the number of new listings coming on the market per month. Now, compared to this year, because we're not just comparing to prior years, but let's compare it to this actual year. At the beginning of the year, we saw only about 300,000 in terms of this inventory. Now we are seeing a higher number, but still not the peak. Inventory growth the past 4 months has declined, and we're seeing fewer people put their homes for sale. And overall, that's this year, and then fewer overall compared to prior years. In fact, dramatically fewer compared to many prior years. Only about half of the inventory we saw in 2017, 2018, 2019 in terms of number of new listings per month. So I thought that'd be interesting. Okay, look, I got a trigger alert for you. I got to go through something, and I'm giving you fair warning. It's a trigger alert. For those of you listening, and I know some of you are listening, and I thank you for listening because we love all listeners. But some listeners and some viewers are less informed than others. And some have big bias. You know, there's that bias tendency, right? And that really hurts our ability to reason and understand and see things that are right in front of our face. Now, what was right in front of our face? Well, just last night, right in front of our face was the presidential debate. And if you looked at, and by the way, you know, of course, the mainstream media, the lamestream media is not reporting on this. And, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, it's bogus, it's just a conspiracy theory. But let's look at the actual evidence, okay? Kamala Harris, in the debate last night, her earrings look exactly like an earring that is an earbud that allows you to talk and to listen just like your Apple AirPods or whatever, but it's an earring. And it looks pretty cool. It looks just like a normal women's earring, okay? It's called the Nova H1. It's an audio earring, the first and only wireless earphones embedded in a pair of pearl earrings on gold or silver plated clip. It is exactly like what Kamala Harris was wearing last night. And you know, she usually sounds like pretty much a blithering idiot, a laughing hyena, okay? Not that I have an opinion about this or anything, but she does, okay? Objectively, she sounds like a laughing hyena. She avoids every question with laughter, probably because she's had a drink or three, and she was pretty good last night. I mean, she was pretty good. She tried to imitate Dr. Martin Luther King, who would be totally ashamed of her, by the way. Instead of, I have a dream.
I have a dream today.
She has a plan, but nobody knows what the plan is. But she has a plan, but nobody knows the plan. I have a plan that one day, I have a plan. I have a plan. She kept saying that over and over, and it was pretty ridiculous. But she sounded pretty good. I got to give her some credit. Now, who was in her ear? Who was her Cyrano de Bergerac? right? And if you're looking on video, you see the images of these Nova H1 audio earrings. I looked them up. I went to the source. I went to their website and I got all the screenshots for you. And then I've got a screenshot from the debate last night, and it is exactly the same earring. Okay? Here's another picture for you, or a couple more pictures for you. You get them on gold or silver, and they're basically AirPods, but they look like an earring. And here's another close-up. There is our presidential candidate's ear close-up, and there is the Nova H1 audio earrings from the website close-up. It's an exact match. Exact match. So, was that Obama coaching her as to what to say? Was it one of her aides, her chief of staff? Who was telling her what to say? Because she just came off pretty darn good. I got to give her credit, or I really should give credit to her coach. Maybe Obama. Who knows? I kind of think it might have been Obama. She sounded Obama-esque last night, and he's a pretty good speaker. You got to give him credit for that. So Elon Musk posted this on X, and he said, vote for Kamala if you want this to happen in your neighborhood. As 20,000 non-citizen Haitians destroy a town in Ohio and reportedly kill and eat people's pets. Here is the border czar, Kamala Harris, bragging about allowing them to flood into our country. Quote, we extended temporary protected status to over 100,000 Haitians. Folks, how could you interpret this as anything other than treason? Your own vice president, and scarily maybe your own president, literally working against the wishes of their own citizens. It is truly shocking. We are under attack. We are literally under attack. Here's another story, Daily Mail, right? 2 illegal Honduran migrants are arrested after shooting down a bald eagle. Now think about the symbolism of that. The American bald eagle, right? That's the iconic American animal symbol. Shooting down a bald eagle that they planned to cook and eat in Nebraska. As sheriff reveals, the local community is in uproar. And, Marie Antoinette said there's no bread. Let him eat cake, to show her complete disconnection from the French people at the time leading up to the French Revolution. She got her head cut off. But in today's world, we don't do that anymore. We just promote people and give them real credit. I mean, this is a person that is completely fabricated by the media. It's a person that her own party never liked. It's a person who was literally in the dustbin of history until the media turned her into something. She is a nothing with virtually no accomplishments. It's absolutely unbelievable. So there's the meme of let them eat cats with Kamala in the Marie Antoinette style dress. It's really something. And then look at this. You think about the criminality in our government. It is just so disappointing. 5 Biden family members have 22 businesses with 233 bank accounts, 175 LLCs, and they have not made one product or service. Wow. Talk about a bullshit economy and bullshit businesses. Now, I guess you could argue that Hunter Biden sells his ugly, overpriced art for fake money. And the art market, by the way, if you want to learn about where there's a lot of fraud and a lot of really funky dealings, go to YouTube while it still lasts before they censor it and look up the art market is a scam. If you want to learn some stuff, really interesting stuff about the way wealthy people and corrupt people launder money through the art market, it is really fascinating. There are a few videos on this that I've seen. It's quite fascinating. The art market is a scam. Maybe use those keywords. You find some really interesting stuff there. For those of you who were triggered, but you just got to report the stuff that the mainstream media is not reporting. And I encourage you, if you hated me saying that, if you have such a bias against the facts, really please open your mind. The left is supposed to be the open-minded, tolerant group, but there doesn't seem to be much tolerance for contrary ideas. I'm just saying.